So it has been a couple of weeks since our last session. Just to remind us of where we were, you had all, as a party, successfully defeated Ganon in two different realms of time, both the past and the present. And in doing so, defeating Ganon, you unlocked, you basically unlocked the cell that both Hylia and Queen Zelda were trapped in this ethereal realm where Ganon was using Zelda's body as his vessel to possess. And so you had managed to free her. You had gained the favor of the Queen, you had gained some new items, but you had also gained the loot of Fun Cow. You had learned in this place as Grim and Estrella worked diligently to unlock this room as a part of defeating Ganon. They had learned this ancient history that was mostly unknown to the Hylians, only in legend. And this history that Hylia had a consort. She had a man, a beau, if you will. And this man was named Fun Cow. He was known as a defender, a creature of darkness, but one who defended both Hylia and the early Hylians, the people of Hyrule, and that he had left his loot in their possession to guard a piece of himself that would stay with them, similar to the Triforce with the goddess Hylia. You all found that loot, and you learned this legend, this story of Fun Cow, which you feel relates to Faunus. A lot of things line up. But also in Faerun, you learned that Faunus had a cult. And this cult worshipped him as a god of destruction and rebirth. That's something that you learned from the old goblin and also from Strength, the high elf who helped guide you on your path to Hyrule Castle. Not Hyrule, Hyfell Castle. Gosh, their names are so close. Smart of me. Anyway.
You technically didn't come up with it,
so. So this is what you know of Faunus, two realms where his legend exists. Keep in mind that some of the insights also during the battle, Kieran, you were trying to find the Night Mother. And instead of discovering her presence in Hyrule, you sensed her worshippers through the rift, where all of this rain of fire, these bolts of energy were falling. You sensed her worshippers through that rift. You felt that connection there. So that's an insight not to lose. Now, we come to tonight's session. As you all touch the loot together, you were transported to the Tavern of Realms. But when you arrive at the outside of the tavern, it doesn't look exactly as you remember. The sky is filled with a storm. Not the typical storm of clouds and rain, though it sounds like thunder, and you can see flashes of lightning that go across the sky, but this lightning is colored. And you can see the fork in the sky that you saw in Hyrule, these 3 points, lines that converge together, these 3 realms that are pushing in on each other. But now amidst this storm, you can see other cracks forming and disappearing. And it's both beautiful and chaotic. In front of you is the tavern. Large, oddly shapen as it is, cozy, but perhaps a little bit more mysterious now that you know more about the owner inside. You all have a moment to do whatever you wish. You can decide to go in, you can stay outside, you can talk to whoever you want. I leave it to you.
Do I still sense any lingering feelings from the astral plane? The astral for like connection, especially after transitioning back here.
I'll say for you, Kieran, this is the first place since your ordeal with the Triforce and the wolf and all of that. This is the first place you feel whole. You don't have to fight as hard to keep your spirit and your body together. You feel like you can actually rest in this place. And everything calms for you, and the pain that has racked your body since dealing with your ordeal has lessened considerably. You can take your first deep breath and not wince.
We'll start walking towards the tavern.
Okay. Anybody else going inside the tavern?
Who's still holding on to the loot? Like, are we all just like
like a chain of kindergartners holding onto the rope?
Everybody give me a straight D20 roll. Highest number gets the loot. That's how we're going to play this.
Nat 20.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Kieran gets the loot.
Kieran's got the loot. So yes, as kind of everything settles and you all pull your hands back, Kieran holds on just a little bit longer, and the loot is in his hands. Of course, Nimriani still has the horn of Thaunus from Faerun.
I'm guessing that now that we're in the realm, I could touch it and it won't do anything, right?
Yep.
Won't like zip me even further in.
No, it would
Puts her hand in her pocket and just disappears.
Yes, Grim.
Can I do, like, I guess, investigation on the lightning?
Yes. Give me. Ooh, this is a good one. Roll Perception and roll Arcana. Tell me which one is higher for you.
While she's doing that, I'm going to. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
Okay. I'm gonna unclip the horn from my belt and just, hey, Kieran. I'm just gonna toss it to him.
Catch it.
You had the other one, so you could give that to Thomas.
As Kieran catches it, he notices that is Giannis still with us, or is he gone somewhere else?
Yasin. He's still here.
Yasin,
Yeah.
not Giannis. He said Thaunus, so my brain merged the two.
It's all good.
Yeah, he's still with us. I haven't written him out yet, so yeah.
Okay, cool. I'll catch it and carry on walking towards the tavern, kind of looking as if like, you guys coming?
Is it raining or just like lightning outside?
It sounds like rain. If you listen to it, you would hear rain, but you don't feel anything on your skin, and you just see thunder and lightning of colors flash across the sky versus your typical white strike lightning.
Are there people out like walking around? Does it seem deserted? What's the vibe out here?
There are people. If you look near the front of the tavern, you're all about, I'd say, like 20 feet from the main entrance to the tavern. So as you look closer to the door, and Kieran, you would spot them first, there are 3 people who are standing outside. And you would recognize them, one of them being Tasha, Fizban, and the third one, you never talked to her, but you would recognize her. She was in the tavern before, and it's Norshella. And the 3 of them are standing outside, sort of conversing to themselves quietly, but clearly acknowledging what is happening with the sky above. Grim, what are your roles?
Well, I got a 10 and a 19, but I figured I'd give the one that has like a little extra, the 10, the extra 2. So it would be 12 for Arcana and 19 for Perception.
Okay, that sounds good.
Okay.
So here's what you notice. Every lightning strike that happens you feel something tear magically, as if it's not just energy passing across the sky, but small rips, like you would rip paper. And every time a rip happens, even though there's no light behind it, with a 19 perception, you can start to see almost the blackness where a rip happens. So that the colors, while to the average person seem limitless, they just swirl and combine, you notice these tiny little black tears that are happening, that happen every time there's a flash across the sky and a black tear is left over, and you feel this tear through time and space. You know that if you could fly, that you could probably go through them somewhere else.
Oh, okay.
You all continue walking towards the tavern.
Sound good.
So as you do,
Oh,
go ahead, Kieran.
I was just gonna say I'm gonna be walking towards the tavern, but my attention is kind of drifting a little bit more towards the three people as I get closer.
As all of you get closer and you're following Kieran, Kieran, I'll say that you can probably hear this first, but the others pick up the conversation. You can hear the three talking. These very powerful mages, Tasha, Fizban, and Norshella. And this is what you hear. Tasha starts the conversation. Well, it's clear to me that things aren't getting better, despite what Faunus is saying. If we don't try something drastic... Oh, wait just a minute, and you hear Fizban come in. Hang on, drastic. Drastic sounds dangerous, a little bit crazy. I'm not sure we're ready for drastic measures just yet. You've been speaking too much with Xanatar. It just is a little crazy. Just give them more time. And Tasha sighs, and she looks over at Norshella, and she goes, what about you, sorceress? What do you say? And all of you see Norshella look to the sky. Then she looks at her two companions. Time is not a luxury that we have anymore. I hate to say it, but Tasha and Xanathar are right. Drastic measures are needed, or we might all die. And then she turns and looks and hears Kieran approach and the others. This is a conversation for another time. And she bows her head, and you watch her, and she leaves Tasha and Fizban and heads inside the tavern, giving you all a polite nod of her head, very courtly, but she feels very cold and distant to all of you, not very inviting with her presence. What do you all wish to do? You can talk to these two. If anyone wants to stay outside and talk to them, you can head inside and see what's in there for viewing.
Norshella is the one that left, or
Right.
moved inside. Yeah, okay.
Yep, she went inside.
I'm going to follow her.
Okay. Everybody else going inside the tavern as well?
I'm going to follow as well. So I want to find her and Zeroku together.
Mm-hmm.
What's outside?
Outside is a bunch of nothingness on this rock, and the two people, Tasha and Fizban, who are talking more hushed to each other right now. Nothing else really of note outside except for the two of them.
Okay, I guess go in the tavern.
Okay. And Estrella, you're going into?
Yeah, Estrella's gonna just kind of follow behind everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I can't be like sneaky and overhear what they're talking about. It's not gonna go.
Remember what happened
It
last?
hasn't the last two times, so maybe I should just be I'm just gonna be direct, and I'm gonna go up and I'm gonna be like, hey, the fuck's going on? I'm
Okay,
tired. Estrella's tired. Okay. She's got to fix her zombie arm, and the sky is colorful. What's going on, guys?
Okay,
How's
so
it been?
you're going to stay outside and talk to the two of them.
Yeah.
Let's travel inside for a hot second, and then we'll come back out
Okay.
to Estrella's very tired, very direct question.
Love it.
As you all walk, as the four of you walk inside the tavern, Yasin just, you see him, he looks tired, he hasn't said anything this entire time, and he sort of turns to all of you, and he just kind of mumbles out, I'm just gonna head to bed, everyone, I need to rest. Good night, everybody. And you just kind of watch him with little preamble, just sort of head up the stairs, and it's kind of odd the way that he's left, as if there's something bothering him. But of course, before anybody can really question him, he's off the stairs, and you imagine into his room to be alone. The tavern itself, though, is more crowded than you've ever seen it before in your previous two visits. You can clearly see Toblin and Emily in the background working the bar and serving people as they are very hurried. You can see where Norshella has walked. She's just a few steps ahead of you. She's moved over to the right to kind of sit with Zeroku in a very hushed corner of the bar. You can see Xanathar in his corner on the other side of the bar, licking up some of his drink and poring over more notes, as he always seems to be doing, floating there in his big old eyeballness as a beholder. But those are the people you recognize. The room is filled with half a dozen other people. Different shapes, sizes, races. You catch a turtle in the background, which is literally a turtle person. You can see near the front door as you walk in, there is this big loxodon. This is an elephant person standing about 7.5, 8 feet tall easily. Big tusks coming out and this trunk there. And she's wearing this very elaborate dress. Very much like you would see like someone from India wear, wrapped up in a sari and everything, looking very regal and elegant. And she's just kind of standing by the door. You can also see two elves that you swear you recognize. They look similar to Link and Zelda. But having just been in the presence of the Queen and her captain of the guard, you can tell that these two are considerably younger. They don't have the lines that you've seen on the Queen's face, the age, the wear of having gone through so many different battles. They seem youthful and vibrant and totally soaking in the atmosphere. These are the main people. Faunus is nowhere to be seen. But Toblin, when the door opens, this guy's like a radar. And he just looks, and you see his face light up to see this party come through the door. And he's like, oh my God, yeah, hi, Nim, Kieran, Graham, Yasin. Okay, cool, bye, Yasin. You're back. Oh my gosh, I am, and he just kind of like toddles up to all of you, and he goes, I saved your favorite table, which is the one that's next to the bar where Kieran crashed through earlier when you guys first met him. And I've set that table aside for all of you. It's all fixed up. It's good to go. It's been a little while since you've been back. It's been a few months, but I take it that you found it, right? Did you find what you were looking for?
We found two things actually while we were gone.
And Kira, did you hold it up?
Yeah, that's me on like, I
I
think
was
we
like,
did.
I have neither.
Oh,
So one that's holding it.
Wow, that is 2 of them. How did you get 2? I thought Faerun only had the one.
Now, see, we started in Tavern.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then this crazy pirate man, he captured us, but he's actually really cool, so he's not that bad.
Right, yeah.
Has a nibble
Pirates.
ring, which is a little weird, but you know, it's
Right,
fine.
the pirates'
It's
nibble
fine.
rings, that makes total sense.
Yeah,
Okay,
you know
that's
what
great.
that's like. But then we went through
I thought about getting one myself.
Don't.
Okay.
Estrella likes to pull them. It's weird.
Oh, Estrella's here?
Yeah, she's outside.
Oh, that's great. She pulls nipple rings?
She revived the captain man by doing that. Actually,
What
it
the
was interesting.
fuck?
It worked. It's a very effective technique. So if I guess it's a revivify. You know, you could do that. I guess,
Oh.
like if you really want one.
I didn't know. Maybe I should
Might
get
work.
2, and you can be like, clear, and then you pull them both. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm getting off this. So, so yeah, you.
Oh yeah. Water portal. Water portal. Yeah, it was. The ship went in. I had to dive off the side of it to
Right,
grab
yeah.
people, and and then we were in a different place.
like a different realm.
Yes.
Interesting. He looks at you, Grim, and he goes, "Okay, so like, it's fun talking with Nim. She's great. Just tell it to me straight. Like, what was the second realm?" Yeah, Grim. Yeah.
Not gonna lie, I was looking at something else.
What was this? What is the second realm? I just want to like just shoot it straight. Like, what happened? You guys went to 2 realms. Like, she's going all over the place here.
There's a lot of shit
Why-
happened all at once, and we almost died.
Yeah. So it was called Hyrule, right?
Right.
Hyrule. Yeah. See, I can get to the point if you just ask me to get to the
Apparently,
point.
neither
Man.
one of you
Don't
gets to the
worry
point
about it. It's
unless I ask
Hyrule.
for it. Hyrule.
Yeah.
Hyrule. We got 2 others here from Hyrule. Those 2 over there, and he points to Link, and where Link and Zelda are sitting. They got here maybe about a week, maybe 2 ago. It's kind of hard to tell time, really. Interesting.
How long has it been since
You came through?
we've been? Yeah.
It's been a few months. At least 2, maybe 3. Yeah. Something like that. Yeah, I'd say about 3 months, but there's no sun. Hard to measure days,
I can see that.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Well, and she pulls off both the sword and the staff that she has.
Those look important. That's wow.
Apparently, they belong to those guys.
Oh,
Yeah.
Norshell and Zeroku over there.
Yeah, I'm guessing this one. She holds the sword up and goes, probably the big guy, because
Yeah, no,
she's
it's-
like the magic girl.
Oh yeah, it's totally his speed. He's more of a swish swish clang clang kind of
Yeah,
guy.
yeah.
She's more of a pop fizzle kind of girl. So
Cool.
Yeah. I like fireworks. It's similar. Fireworks that'll kill you. Come on, you're one of those pop fizzle girls.
I'm a pop fizzle girl. I need that on the. I'm a pop fizzle girl.
Nim's gonna get up and walk away from the table.
All right, I'll tell them I'll send some drinks their way. Zeroku's expecting. Just let them know I'm on it.
No.
Thank you.
Did you say no?
Cool.
Oh, I was like, dang.
Okay, so you're going off to do that. That leaves Grim and Kieran with what the 2 of you wish to do. Toblin looks at the 2 of you and he goes, "Well, as always, the place is yours. Your rooms are ready. They're cleaned. Everything you need is there. Food's always on the house. Drinks on the house. Grim, I still have that special reserve for you, just the way you like it. I remember. But I will say that Thonis has been looking for those. So probably better sooner than later that you give that to him. But this place is yours. Do with it as you will. If you need
make
me,
him wait.
I'll be at the bar. All right. Glad to have you guys back. So glad. So awesome. Bye.
Kieran's been watching for Nishella, like at the back of his vision, just kind of keeping an eye on where she goes. But I'm gonna head towards. I guess Thonis is upstairs.
You could ask, Dolan would know.
That's
Yeah,
what I was gonna ask.
Yeah, I'll kind of grasp on the shoulder and they say, "Hey, one more thing.
Yeah, sure.
Where is Thonis at this current time, especially with everything going on?"
Right. It's funny you ask that. He is upstairs, but he doesn't have a room upstairs. What I would recommend is you go up the stairs, turn left, and keep walking. Just keep walking. Eventually, if he will let you in, you'll be in his room. He just knows. I don't know. It's the weirdest shit ever. And one time I almost ran into like the window that's over there, and I swear this bulbous nose almost was pressed flat against the glass. But then boom, I was in his room, and I'm like, how the hell did I get here? And he's like, did you have my drink? And I'm like, no, I don't have your drink. I was trying to figure out how to get to you. And he's like, well, where's my drink? And I was like, I'll go get it. And then I couldn't find the door to get out. It was a problem. I was having a day. But that was a long time ago. Anyway, upstairs, turn left, keep walking. I'm sure you'll get in real quick. He is expecting you.
I wonder if when he was feeling better, it wouldn't be just him messing with you, walking into walls and stuff.
You know, he's a dick like that. He would totally do that. Sometimes I hate him. Is there anything else the two of you need before I toddle off?
I'll look over at Graham.
Awesome. All right. I'm heading out. If you need me, I'm by the bar. Pitter patter, pitter patter, pitter patter.
I'll scan the room and see if anybody else. I'll just kind of like raise the two items and kind of like look around at the crew that is not with us, kind of in the tavern area, and see if any, I'm like, we're gonna go up, and then I'll look at Grim, see if she wants to go with.
So, Grim, are you gonna go with?
Yeah. But I'm thinking, I don't know why, but I feel like you'll go into like wherever he really is. I mean, we'll have to see what the situation with this hall is, because if I can't follow you, it won't work.
I'll give her one of the items.
I just feel like we shouldn't trust him completely with everything.
Oh no.
Oh yes, of course.
So I could like be there, but like I can be one with shadows.
So you want to hide from Thonis's vision?
Yes.
Okay, we can work with that. Cool. Knowing that, Kieran, do you still want to give her the item? Like, you want to give that one back to him, Grim?
I'll kind of like retract it, and what I'll do is I'm going to I'm gonna cast I'm gonna spirit walk. I'm gonna like, just with the emphasis of pulling her in with me and basically connecting her to my consciousness as we go through this spell, essentially.
Okay. And Grim, what are your thoughts?
I don't know, but I guess he's gonna hear him.
So there are two ways that we could play this. The first, you can allow Kieran to pull your spirit out of your body so that you can be sitting somewhere at the bar and your spirit can accompany him. You will not be able to interact or do anything, but you'll be there. You can hear it all. We can roll to see how much you can interact with Kieran, if you will, be a voice in his ear kind of a thing. Or you can try to use your own magic to sneak physically into Thonis's room in case you want to like do something physical there. You know what I'm saying? So that's the difference. That's
You want to do something physical?
Not like you're thinking, but I don't know. He's just been sketch lately. So.
Mhm.
I do
So
want
if
to
you
go.
do pull me into your mind, can I get out, or would you have to release me?
I mean, you could roll against me, and I would release, but it would be tricky because is there a range for returning to a body?
So
Get lost.
you literally spirit walked with Link through time.
Eh.
So the range is
I could do this.
Yeah.
He's like, it's possible.
That's fine. It's fine. I got you.
I guess we'll do it that way, and if anything happens, I'll try to get out of your head and through the room stealthily.
Now you're making me nervous because Kieran at this point has no reason to doubt Thonis because of his journey.
Well, then I'll just follow behind you, and if it gets too bad and I get caught,
It's okay. I do want to come with you guys. Like Nim is sketched out by Thonis too, but like she wants to see what he's gonna say.
Okay.
But she's
You
going
can
to.
go the mind thing.
Oh no, I'm totally just gonna walk in there. I'm fine. I'm just saying.
She's
Okay.
like, nah.
I'm just saying. I wanted to do something right before I followed you guys up there.
Cool. So we can do that. So Nim wants to go in. Estrella, do you want to go in to talk to Thonis too at all? Or are you okay just doing your own separate thing with anybody you want to at the tavern?
I'm muted. Damn. I kind of do. Estrella is a little bit in panic mode though, because I've got like 1 day left to fix my arm before I have to have Grim chop it off. So I think she's getting caught up and she's a little bit scatterbrained and panicked right now. So
I mean, we can
no.
relay
What?
the message.
Yeah.
We don't tell you what happens if you need to focus on your arm.
Hey, y'all, real quick, insight check on our group. Pretty soon we're all going to be the one-armed bandits.
I know, right?
So maybe I should just let it go and stick with the
I
theme.
know, right? Grim's got
Join
a
the club, right?
I don't want to mess up the vibe.
I know,
I've
right?
got like
Estrella,
Like,
Nim
I
are
want to
working
fit
on-
in, cut off my arm.
Damn, that's a good point. Okay, I do, but I really like the idea. I really like Grim's idea of being just kind of like sneakily in the shadows.
Can you sneak?
Okay.
So I kind of want to follow behind, but further away. There's just like
Why don't
Kieran
you
walks
use
in
the
and Nim
mind?
walks in and Grim's behind them and Estrella's behind them and it's just like a little chain of creepy crawly people.
Okay, so here is what I will do.
I'll
Figure
just
that out,
walk
Chris.
in normally then. If there's that many people, but
So here,
We didn't plan ahead. We didn't
I
talk to
will-
each other about
I'm like, there's no one behind me. Don't look.
he just like casually leans over and moves.
no one's here. Don't worry about
No
it.
one's there. Don't
I just
look.
take up a lot of space these days.
So I'm gonna let Grim and Estrella, you two just privately or through text or whatever, figure out if you want to sneak in, if you want how do you want to sneak in, or if you just want to walk in, it's fine. Or if you want to spirit walk in Kieran. But we'll move over to Nim, and Nim just wants to walk in, so we'll move over to her with Zeroku and Norshella. So walk me through that. Yeah.
Okay, I pretty much just gotta have them like this,
Mm-hmm.
carrying them. Are they both at the same table?
Yes.
Okay,
and
cool.
so this
Makes it a
table
lot easier.
is on the right side of the room. It's in the back corner, literally
That sounds like them.
directly opposite from the table where your party kind of sits at. They're on the other side of the bar.
Like walking around, people are like, excuse me,
Yep.
hold on. Okay. Like scooching around people, and then I get to them and kind of like, I don't like drop it on the table. That's disrespectful, but like,
You politely put it on the table.
yeah. And I just ahead, they were yours. There you go.
Zeroku looks up at you and he goes, hi, you're
Nim.
Nim.
Eh.
Right, it's been a
It's been a
been a
hot
little
minute.
while.
It's been a
Yeah.
hot minute.
These are our weapons.
Yeah, I found them. Wait, wow, where'd the Scottish come from?
You fine, just roll with it.
Found them. With a bunch of goblins and a little gnome person, and they told me they were yours.
Goblins. That, gods, that sounds familiar, but I just can't,
Well, they seem to know you pretty well.
by name.
They were at Highfell Castle.
At that, you watch Zoroku's eyes get wide, and he goes, "I have a castle.
Maybe?
That's my family's name. Highfell. My father was human. His last name was Highfell."
That's a gutsy man there.
Yeah, he had to be on top. So
What was his full name?
his full name is Brath, isn't it? Yeah, Brath Highfell. Frath Highfell. He's a human. So Zoroku's dad is human. His mother, of course, is an orc. He looks like an orc, so she had,
He's a gutsy man.
he had to be on top. So he looks and he goes, if it's mine. And he reaches out and he grabs the sword. And as he does, you watch him age in front of your eyes.
Oh, Lord.
His dreads grow out longer. There's more lines that appear on his face. His cheeks get just a little bit more gaunt. And you can see gray start to shoot through some of his dreaded locks. And as he ages, his eyes go from being kind of glazed over and distant to very focused. And he goes, "This is mine."
Yeah. I found it.
And he holds it in his hand, and you watch him move it as someone who's lived with this weapon most of his life, certainly all of his adult life. And he just moves it around the wrist and his arms and sheaths it at his back. And when he looks up, he goes, "What happened to my home?" And he just casually slides Norshella's staff over to her.
You mean Highfell Castle?
"Yes, the goblins there, Thok. Was Tabby still there?"
Fuck, definitely there. A lot of them are old now. I'm guessing you knew them when they were younger.
"We're all old now. That's what happens with time."
Tabitha, on the other hand, well, she died helping us. So,
"She died."
yes.
And you watch Norshella put her hand on the staff, being flabbergasted at her husband's change, but she grabs her staff and you watch her age, but much less dramatically because she's an elf.
So she got one wrinkle.
Just like one new wrinkle, like one of her hairs turns gray. That's kind of it.
Just the silver.
But you do see her expression change as well. And she turns to her husband. She goes, "Zoroku, we've been gone for at least 10 years. Where are we?" "Yes, what? Are we in Faerun right now? Is this and there's Toblin. Is this doesn't look like Tobin's place."
Toblin! Need a little help over here.
You started
And
something.
Toblin looks up and hears you, and he kind of toddles over and goes, "Yeah, what? I didn't.
I woke him up.
Soroku, what the fuck happened to your face?"
Damn!
I woke him up. Apparently, giving them the weapons. They were their weapons.
They're
and
old.
their
They're old. Was
weapons
it
and
cursed?
shit.
Was it a freaking curse?
No,
Did you
apparently
curse my
they're out of
friends?
time. They think this is your place. In Faerun.
Zoroku puts his hand on yours to calm you, and you can instantly feel his age and experience. Like, as an elf, you never consider yourself as young or old. You seem timeless to the species around you.
Mm-hmm.
But when you feel his presence, you suddenly feel very young. As if this older warrior has just gone, "Come, child, I got this." And you feel this sense of comfort that someone more experienced and older than you is going to take over this burden of explaining things. But you watch Zeroku lean over. Tobin, you know me. Well, yeah, of course. You're Zeroku, and that's Norshell. You're freaking old now. Can't tell with your wife, but who can? I mean, elves. But, I mean, geez, you look like you've aged like, what, 10, 15 years? I mean, holy hell, Zeroku, we haven't been here that long. What's the last thing you remember of me? Well, I remember you coming into that door, like, maybe less than a year ago, and that's where we first met. You're talking crazy, Zeroku. What the hell's going on? Is that sword cursed? Tobin, are we in Faerun? No, this is the Tavern of Realms. We're in the crossroads. We're where we've always been, Zeroku. You're talking crazy. Nothing's ever changed here. This is it. My friend, we've known each other for 15 years. We've watched people live and die together. Our home is in Faerun. We've never traveled here in our life. No, you're talking crazy. You're just look. Okay, I'm gonna get you a drink. I'm gonna get you something to eat. I'm gonna get you some pomade for your hair, a little like rejuvenating cream or something. Like it's okay. It's gonna be fine. Stop touching that sword. And I'm just gonna go to the bar. It's gonna be fine.
I have a random question. Do any of us happen to have something from the bar in Faerun? I think Grimm's the only one who would have like a bottle from there or something.
Grimm might still have a bottle. I don't remember her throwing out anything that she gained from Talorin's tavern that he had. So
No, I had someone else use their rum instead of mine.
So yeah.
As he's chatting to Zeroku, Norshell is gonna. Wrong character. Nim is going to like look around and see Kieran and Grimm kind of like gathering towards the bottom of the stairs and just go and run over there and like not even ask. She's just gonna try to rummage through Grimm's belongings and like grab a bottle of booze from
You'll get slapped with a metal arm.
I'm a block. Well, I mean, you could roll for it. I'm gonna try to block you.
Well, I'm just saying someone's grabbing my bag, and if I'm not paying attention.
Sorry. I need it. Okay, bye. I'm gonna grab it. I'm gonna run over to Toblin, and I'm gonna be like, hold this.
Hold
Don't
it.
drink that.
I just said hold it. So
wow, you just such a bitch. There. I'm holding it, okay? What? Nothing happens.
Nothing happens? Okay.
It's not Toblin's.
It has to be something sentimental.
Okay.
It was not an object that belonged to him. Okay, I held it. Okay, and he hands it back to you. Here, before Grimm kills me. I didn't drink it!
Nim's going to like pop open the cork a little bit and like...
Girl, you have a death wish that I don't want to be here to see. Yeah. So,
okay.
This is too much for me right now. Too much.
Well, I tried.
And then at that moment, as the two of you are getting ready to leave, you see Toblin change. Not get older or anything like that. It's almost as if his mind resets, and he goes, "Oh, hey Nim, how you doing? You're gonna go see Thanos, right? Yeah, I would recommend that you guys get to him as quickly as possible, and don't delay." He has his back to Zeroku and Norshell the whole time, and he watch him walk off. I'm just gonna make sure I gotta take care of everybody. If you guys need me, I'll be at the bar. Just see you off. Tell. And he just walks off to the bar, but he never once looks back at Norshella or Zeroku. And you hear Zeroku just sigh heavily. And Norshella, you just watch her put her hands into a steeple position and just look out at the tavern, but her eyes are no longer the wizened sorceress that you saw talking to Tasha and Fizbin. She has murder in her eyes. and you can see lightning crackle at the edges of her expression.
I wasn't trying to make a problem. I was just trying to return your things. I am a friend. I'm not trying to do anything.
Elf, my anger is not with you, but it is clear to me that we've been held against our will here. And when I find out who, they will wish they died. That's my wife. Ah, you're so hot. Look, is it?
I was like, that's the skull.
Nim, I appreciate you returning our weapons to us. We have a lot to think about and a lot to plan, but
I would definitely hold on to them. Nim's changed, like, back to serious sort of thing. Because she's kind of feeling like this mutual energy about, we don't trust this place anymore.
mm-hmm.
She goes, I would hold tight to those. I don't know what we're going to get into, but I'm hoping to get some questions answered.
I hope that you do.
Just stay low for now.
We can do that, but look, at this point, you can consider us allies. If something goes sideways, we're here.
I'll let you know.
So then, we'll see if we can get to the bottom of this ourselves. We have some of our own questions. I don't like what they've done to my friend. Heads will roll, I swear that.
And is Grim still watching me, like, closely with this bottle? I was gonna be like, giving it to them, but I don't know if she killed me or not.
I've already married one sorceress. I don't want to piss off another one. You just go give that back to your friend.
All right. Well, I appreciate it.
You said there were like half a dozen people in this bar. What are the other people's reactions to what's going on? Because we've been like kind of causing somewhat of a disturbance.
Sure.
Nim
Or do
is
we not?
disturbance.
As you all as Nim walks back up to you, you see almost a wave of resets happening. You notice Link and Zelda were looking over at Zoroku and Norshella's table. When Toblin gasped and exclaimed and was freaking out at how old Zoroku looked, everybody turned at some point to see what was going on. But almost as if some sort of a button had been pressed, everybody just sort of reset and went back to their normal routines. Toblin at the bar, people coming up for orders, Link and Zelda just having a hushed conversation, Xanathar slurping his gulp stuff over there. Like, everybody just stops. But the one thing you do notice, Kieran, nobody looks at Zoroku and Norshella anymore.
Ooh, they on the outside.
Kieran's gonna draw the Master Sword and cast Light.
What?
Oh, that's so random. All
I like
right,
it.
I love it. Okay, and so as you draw this weapon, and you hold it above your head and you cast light, is it any particular color? Is it just, you just want a radiant energy to emit from this?
Yeah, and I'm gonna kind of tap into it with my like spirit walk abilities, just to kind of like use it almost as like a spirit pulse of everybody in the room.
Okay, cool. Roll Arcana with advantage. And as you do that, we will resolve that in just a minute. We'll step outside with Estrella. As you approach Fizban and Tasha, and your conversation is happening pretty much simultaneously with Nim talking to Zoroku and Norshella. So you come up to Tasha. Tasha notices you first, and she sort of bows politely, extending her cape out and then drawing it back in. And she goes, may I help you? Yes. Oh, it's Estrella, my friend from. I remember you. We had a nice conversation before you left. How are you doing? Don't be so rude, Pasha. I swear. Pull down the walls, woman. Pull down the walls. My apologies. I do remember you coming to the tavern earlier. My friend Fizben here, I use the term loosely, is correct. How may we be of assistance, Estrella?
Okay, so I didn't hear any of that conversation inside. I want to ask them how long it's been since I've last seen them, so Estrella knows what timeline we're working with.
Fizben looks at you and he goes, oh, it's time's a difficult thing, you see. There's no sun, no stars, really. It's crazy. But by my calculations, and I have this sort of inner dragon sense about me, you know, dragons are really good at telling time. And they live in caves a lot of time. They don't see sunrise and fall, right? So it's been approximately 3 months, 21 days, and 3 hours since the last time we've seen each other. Exactly. You could go to the bank with that, as they say. Yeah, very good.
I missed it. Okay. Oh, my friend. I want to just ask him, obviously it looks a lot worse. What's been happening? What's going on? Have they seen Thaunis around at all?
Oh, my dear Thaunis, he comes out occasionally, but admittedly it's much rarer than the days before your friends arrived. He used to be the life of the party, but the party has since died, as it were. What my friend is trying to say is we haven't seen Thaunis in almost the same amount of time as seeing you. It has been months. And indeed, this has gotten worse. Much worse. Have you found the items that he has requested, the pieces of himself in the other realms?
I'm gonna hesitate to tell them. I'm just gonna be a little vague and say we found some, and we're just trying to figure out how to go about it.
Interesting. Yes, very. That's good. Or it could be bad. I don't know. I know what Thaunis has told us. Can I trust you?
Yes.
Roll persuasion.
Okay. -14 -1, 13.
Okay, look, I don't know if Thaunis is who he says he is. There are others in our circle of mages who feel that perhaps he is making things worse rather than better. I have no proof of that, mind you. It's just a feeling. But you're a mage. You understand our intuition is, well, it's not like the average mortal. We're connected to something different, and our guts are just a little bit more refined, I have to say. Oh, piss posh, tosha! Which is very hard for a Fizzman to say. Look, if I admit he's strange, he's odd, he's not what he appears on the outside. I can guarantee that, but then I've met many a dragon who are the same. They can change into people. They can look like you or I, and yet they are dragons, ancient creatures, powerful. Doesn't mean they're malevolent, it just means that they are misunderstood. And perhaps Thaunis is like that. I agree, I don't fully trust him, but I don't think his intentions are vile and evil. It's because you've spent too much time with creatures who would just as soon bite your head off than listen to one of your crazy stories. But don't be rude about it.
Interesting. Okay. Okay, they haven't gone upstairs yet, have they?
No,
Everyone's
they
still inside.
Nope.
Okay,
This is
great.
take place in the whenever you decide to go in. It's the exact same time that Nim has ended her conversation with Zeroku.
Right
and
about
Moshe.
now, I'm stealing some booze. You know, it's
Okay,
fine.
perfect. Okay.
Tasha's gonna look
Okay.
at you, Bella,
Oh.
and she's gonna go,
Uh-oh.
"What have you seen out there? Has the incursion happened? Are realms slamming together, ceasing to exist?"
Estrella's gonna be honest with her. Estrella's gonna be honest with her. She's gonna say, yeah, shit's going down. And we're trying to figure out what to do and how to handle it and how to stop it. And if you have any helpful advice, we would love it.
Advice. I can tell you this, but I do not know if Faunus will reveal this or not. But any time there is a convergence, that realm is gone. Whatever realms you've seen that have converged, whatever refugees have wound up in other places, you can bet that the home that they came from no longer exists. I pray that what you have seen has only been a bleeding of the realms, for a full convergence means that that place is gone. And she looks at you almost with tears in her eyes. Faerun, is it? Did it converge?
Oh no. Oh God. Oh, I don't want to. She's just gonna nod.
No. It was a bleeding, it was not. No! And you just watch her turn and just walk as far away from you as she can, and Fizbin comes up to you, and you feel him put a gentle hand on your shoulder. I hope it was just the bleeding of the realms, because we have family, friends, loved ones. To lose Faerun is a tragedy, but I don't blame you, my child, I don't. It's, Tasha's just rough around the edges. She's an acquired taste, I guess, much like myself, only I think I'm a little bit more bubbly and sugary and just If there's anything you can do to stop this, please do. The advice I can give you is this. My time with dragons has taught me one very important thing. Nothing is as it seems. Not the light, the dark, death, life. I've met some of the kindest creatures to ever walk the realms, and yet they are some of the most fearsome and deadly monsters known to our kind. There is a truth to find, Estrella. You must find that truth before jumping to a conclusion. I would hate for misunderstanding to make things worse. But I'm a simple dragonologist. What do I know? You'll excuse me, Estrella. I'm sorry. I just.
Oh, Estrella's. He's gonna walk away. Estrella's gonna give him a quick hug. And she's gonna say, "We're trying to fix this." And she's gonna go inside. I want to try to find Grim.
Estrella Soul Crusher. Oh, man.
I wasn't.
So wait, they think they're both.
So they're both from Faerun.
They think
And-
everyone knows
and they think everyone is dead. if the convergence has happened. Which you, as far as remember, when you talked to Seth,
Yeah.
Seth told you that
Yeah.
there was this flash of light, things happened. As far as him and those refugees were concerned, Faerun must have converged with Hyrule. So
I was like, how did I miss?
yeah, so as far as Estrella knows, that was a convergence, and so both
Yeah,
Tasha and
it's
Fizban-
called lying.
I can't sneak. I can't lie. I can do some magic, but I can't save my arm.
Yeah,
Are you
like,
chaotic
bring
good?
someone back from the dead, but you can't
No.
fix your damn arm.
Is
Okay.
Estrella a chaotic good?
Yes. You
Okay.
know how people write D&D characters and they end up dealing with shit from their own lives? I'm confused. Estrella's confused. That's where we're at. Okay. We're working through it. And like Estrella, I'm not trying to have sad moments. No. It wasn't supposed to go that way, but once I'm in the middle of the situation, my own brain kicked in and I was like, I can't lie.
That's okay.
I want to find Graham
Yep. So as you
Oh,
walk,
Graham.
into the tavern,
because she's gonna have a plan and be sneaky, and I know it. And I want to find her.
okay. So you walk into the tavern, and as you do, you walk in around the same time that the reset happens. You're not aware that other people have sort of reset. You see Toblin at the bar, which makes sense, and he kind of, Estrella, yeah, I'm so glad you made it back. And they told me you were outside. Apparently they're gonna go talk to Thanos or something. So I'm here. I'm here afterwards if you want to chit chat and everything. Love to catch up with you. You can see Grim. You see Nim
Playing
walking,
keep away with the
playing
bottle.
keep away with the bottle. Nice.
Just
So you
like,
see that happening. If you turn and look at Zeroku and Norshella, you notice that the two of them have aged. You can clearly see that they are older than when you first met them. And even Norshella, you saw her talking with Tasha and Fizban, and now her face, her eyes, everything about her posture is different. She seems more like an agitated predator, like a caged lion. Just, you can feel her isness from across the tavern. So yeah, as you walk up to Grim and the others, that's what you notice.
Interesting. Okay, Grim. This is what I'm thinking.
mm,
Do I know that Kieran has both items?
He's holding them, so you can see.
Oh yeah, he did hold them up a minute ago. Okay.
Wait, there's something I forgot about. I forgot.
It's just
So as you walk in, there is one odd
Behold.
thing happening as all this is transpiring. You watch Kieran draw the Master Sword, and from
oh god, I forgot.
It was an 18, by the way.
all right, this is a good
Jeez.
roll. You see this ball of light start at the sword's blade and just whoom, and just fill up the entire space. He-Man all the way. This is a He-Man moment. But you feel what he's trying to do. Anybody with magic would. Kieran, here's what you see. As light fills up the space and it's almost blinding, everyone is a black shadow, except for Zeroku, Norshella, Estrella, Grim, and Nim. Everyone else looks as if they're in complete darkness. Their features, their bodies are just a mass of shadowy shapes. A shadowy Loxodon standing by the door. This turtle who kind of looks at you, makes his way over to the bar. He's just this shadowed creature. Even Toblin, hey, how's it going? All right, good. You want the usual? Absolutely. You can hear them. They all sound normal. They all sound animated and full of life, but their bodies are just pure blackness. Nobody else can see this. You can see the light that he's casting, but you can't see what he sees. As he sheaths his sword, the light dissipates, and the moment has passed, and everything looks normal. And that's what you walk into, Estrella. So now as you approach Grim and all that's the scene.
All right.
Surprise!
Okay, so I think Grim is going to be most on board with my plan. So I want to tell her first, see if we can talk to everybody.
Is Kieran the only one who noticed all the shadows?
Yes, nobody else saw that. They just saw you kind of shine some light in the room. It got really bright, and then you sheathed your sword, and so it's like, that was weird, but nobody saw the shadows, only you.
Kieran's like, hey, as if to play it off. Like
She's
some
walking.
sort of party trick.
She saw it happen, and she
Half the
went.
bar go, hey! And then,
Estrella said, I can't deal with that right now. She said, that's a problem. Okay, I'm gonna pull Graham. We should not give Thonis both of his items.
Agree.
Okay, all right.
Agree.
Yeah, we need to grab one of them. We need one of them for leverage.
Should probably talk to the one who has them. And whichever he doesn't, mind giving, I'm gonna say you need to hold it.
That was my question for you, was if you wanted to hold it or not. But if you're doing sneaky shadow stuff, I will walk in, just kind of be lookout. Hide it. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what's gonna happen, but I'm gonna be closer to them than you are.
Okay.
So we should keep it at the back, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Even though Kieran goes like, yay, Kieran immediately, like in response to seeing all the shadows, grabs onto both items. Just to make sure he has them on him and in his hands.
are the two of you talking in such a way that nobody can hear, or is it loud enough for Nim and Kieran, who are next to you, to hear as well?
I think they can hear.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we're just talking. We're not shouting, but there's enough noise in the room that I'm not concerned. I'm not whispering.
I'm going to lean in a bit. Question. Do we think my little glovey gloves that negate magic could hide its presence from...
Kieran like instantaneously shoves both items into Estrella's hands.
Oh no.
And
this
then
was
just
easier
like,
than I thought, guys.
and then just whispers like, we're not alone.
Okay. I'm gonna be like,
And he looks like spooked, like legit spooked.
but like,
You-
are you okay? Because bro, you've been throwing
Can
some
I-
weirdness out tonight.
New plan. I'm distraction. He's gonna just like run to the bar and just start like drinks all around.
Oh
And-
no.
And
Okay.
Caleb's like, wow, that's going on your tab, buddy. Drinks on Kieran! And you just hear the whole bar go, yeah! And you even hear Zoroku, yeah! But everybody is super excited.
Plan has changed drastically.
Okay.
You're
Okay. So
gonna
the plan
distract-
has changed.
You're gonna watch and hold them securely. Do you have anything that can help with that?
That's
I can negate the magic of one, so he might not be able to find that one.
okay.
Well, you're
okay.
gonna take
So
one.
I give one to Nim.
Yes.
She keeps that hidden, and then I have one that's just like, okay, look, we found this thing.
I don't know.
It's
Can
a
she
very
use your
important
glove?
question. It's a very important question. Which one do you give to Nim?
Oh boy.
The loot.
The loot.
It's gonna be a little hard to hide, but cool.
Yeah. Which one is gonna be the?
Oh yeah, loot.
Oh, okay, it's not big. Okay.
Yeah, Lute's a little small, looty.
Yeah, I
harpy.
was gonna say. I didn't think it was.
Did
that
you
big.
just call a loot?
A
looty?
liar. It's like a liar. Yeah, that's Lute sounds like a liar.
Honestly, I forgot what a loot was for a minute. I was like, it's like a flute. I was like, how big is this damn flute? No, but
Nim
I
has all
know,
her
it's
shit
like a
strapped to her
little
back, and there's just a
harp.
flute in there too.
No, that's fine. I'll take whatever.
Okay. Yes, I'll give her the loot.
Does gloves work no matter what?
Once a day.
Once a day.
On
So then you-
whoever or just on Nip?
On
I
any-
mean, technically, yes. If I took off the gloves and gave it to somebody, it would work.
but it's only to negate a magical item, not to hide a person.
No.
No, not about hiding. So my thought was, unless you want to stay in the bar with Kieran.
Kieran's silently praying that everyone realizes that he's being a distraction so that they can get the hell out of here because
Okay.
something crazy.
Well, I'm trying to get a plan together. It's
Okay.
changing.
Nim has the loot. I'm gonna tell Nim the plan. Keep it hidden. We don't have it. Don't tell him we have it. We don't have it. Keep it hidden.
No loot. Got it.
It's you and me. We're walking in. Grim is gonna be creepy.
Well, she
Let's
does that. Got it.
Yeah. So I'll have the horn. We're gonna look at Kieran again, concerned, highly. There's a lot of questions to ask there, and let's go. Let's go while the crowd is still looking at him.
Just
Okay.
hot minute. One more minute. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. So sorry to delay this any further.
You're
But
good.
does Kieran have a stone like ours? I forget.
He does not.
Can I toss him mine?
Yes, you can.
Okay. As we're walking up the stairs, I'm just gonna be like, psst. Chuck him with the
What do I gotta roll for this?
If you're being the distraction, you just give me a hell, just roll agility. Give me some
Like
kind of a
acrobatics
like
or
acrobatics or athletics.
Damn it. Oh, 6. I rolled a 2 plus 4.
That's amazing.
It's on the floor now.
So,
Why
Do I at least notice it flying across the room?
because it literally, as you hear the psst and the throw, Nim is so quick with it that you literally, like, you don't see, you just feel something hit your chest and then, like, get to the floor. But at your feet, you see a stone with a braided cord to make it like a necklace. And it's a stone of far speech. And something that your people would be familiar with. This is not an unknown object to you. It's a stone that's a communication device. Something that you could probably even fashion yourself with just a little bit of reverse engineering. You could probably make one that would connect to the others. But you instantly know what it is, why Nim gave it to you.
Kieran's going to use his strength of his rock arm to do handstand push-ups and pick up the stone, still being the party distraction. Yeah.
I have.
I'm just gonna look back in concern and be like,
This already happened, so like you could say no, but can I cast Bardic Inspiration on it
Sure.
and give it to him? So even though it touched him, it should give him Bardic Inspiration.
You can give him Bardic Inspiration. Easy peasy.
Chris, also important question too.
Yep.
More specifically, how is the crowd reacting to this scenario, environment, and also how are Norshella and Zeroku responding to this too?
Norshella has not moved. She is a statue of anger. But Zeroku makes eye contact with you. And he kind of squints in a way like you did something. That light wasn't just for show. So he stands up, and you just hear him go, "Okay, all right. You want a show? Let's give him a show. I challenge you, Rockman, to a drinking game."
A drink? Oh god.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
we're gonna throw down. Everybody gather around, gather around. And so now you and Zeroku are working together, and the crowd is starting to gather around the bar. Every person, you can all feel the room shake as the Loxodon by the door. This lady goes, "Woo, drinking games." And just kind of like boom, boom, boom.
Oh god.
I'll join you.
I think we could be friends.
You're up against a half orc and a Lox.
And
Karen.
so you
Grim hears drinking game and she's like considering turning around.
Okay, we're gonna do it right. And you see Tobin get out this chalkboard and kind of prop it up against the back shelves, and he gets a little chalk and he goes, okay, Zeroku, Tyrion, okay, we're gonna do Bertha. All right, anybody else want to join in? And so those are the 3 people who've joined the game so far. Everybody, all eyes are completely on them right now. You all can make your way up. No one will be the wiser.
You have a 1d6 inspiration die, so you could add that to things.
I have an exact use for it in a second.
I don't.
No, it's for Kieran because she gave
I
him.
cast him.
Oh, I was like, I'm pretty sure I don't.
Not you. Sorry.
All right, so we will come back to the drinking in just a second and see how much of a distraction that Kieran and Zeroku can cause. But what do the 3 of you want to do?
Well, they
Ready
I'm
to
gotta
just
go?
gonna confidently.
Okay.
I'm behind them.
Okay. Grim, how are you going to sneak your way into Thaunis's room? What's your plan?
So, I'm going to. When we stop, I'm going to become one with shadows.
Okay.
And in the meantime,
You want to hold on to like a piece of robe or a cape or something?
Can you be one with my shadow
I don't
as
think
I walk? And you're just
It
in my
has-
shadow?
I think it has to be a fixed shadow.
I'll go rule of cool because this is.
I mean, we could do that if that's a thing, and if not, if something happens, I have my
Thaumaturgy.
thaumaturgy, and that includes darkness, so I can try to use that as shadow.
Okay. Grim, I want you to roll stealth, and then I want you to roll Arcana and add that to your stealth. And then after that, I want you to roll Deception.
Ooh.
And add that.
19 for stealth because ain't nothing added.
Impressive.
And then you said Arcana.
Yep, Arcana. And then
What was that?
That is amazing.
The magical disappearing act.
That is how we will all disappear from now on. It's amazing.
Arcana. Where is that shit? Okay. And that would be 17.
Woo,
Okay,
Nice.
so you are up
And-
to
a lot.
What was the last one?
so 17,
Deception.
19, Deception.
Deception.
Why did I almost do a low voice and do the next part?
Now you gotta keep going with the song.
24.
Okay, so all those added up 17, 19, 24.
Let me get there.
I was just writing down individuals. I hadn't added yet.
60. That's,
60.
believe it or not, I set mine at 50.
Woo!
Oh.
That was what you had. So Thaunis's
Big
perception
boy.
in his own realm is extreme. But I figured, let's give you a good shot at it.
Yours is more extreme.
This will work. You will be able to hide yourself from Thaunis's perception. Nicely done. Okay, so I'm literally setting the mood.
Quick point from player to player. He only said perception, and he said it in a very specific way, so be careful.
Yeah, no, I caught
Shush.
that.
It's gonna be like instinct popped out and
That's Karen talking to us.
I'm gonna be like, I don't know what the fuck you just said.
I'm sorry, I'm a little bit busy. Oh wait, it's my turn to drink.
Don't mind him, he's just got a, what's it called? A beer funnel.
Oh God.
Beer funnel going on. He's like,
Well then. Okay, so
This isn't creepy.
as you walk up the stairs and turn left, you start to walk down this hallway, and you can see your doors. You see Nim. You can hear these snores coming from Yasin's room, just deep, reverberating.
As I walk by, I'm just gonna on his door.
and literally, and you almost like hear him sit up in bed. And he's like, you just hear him kind of growl at himself.
Sorry, I had
That
to
was very close to his real life sounds when I tried to wake him up. Damn.
But as you get past all of your rooms and the areas that you recognize, the hallway starts to elongate in a weird way. Almost as if, and Grim's like, am I drunk? You know, it's that kind of a thing. Like, I didn't drink anything. What the hell? And you're watching everything just kind of blur. And as it kind of comes back and snaps back, right at the point where your vertigo is literally going to push you too hard, you walk into a study lit only by candles. This study is filled with books and scrolls and different arcane instruments, some for artificing, others for potion making, some dealing with things that you don't even know. Crystals of all colors and sizes spread out in different places. And this place is extremely organized, like anally organized. Everything is in its little place. And at the far end, by a window, looking out over the cosmic aura of the outside, is Faunus, whose hands are behind his back. He's standing very straight, very erect. His long white hair coming down past his shoulders. His clothing has changed since the last time you saw him.
I'd hope so. It's been 3 months.
hey, ours haven't, so shut up.
He's wearing all black, but within the threading, you see silver. And the silver almost makes like a different patterns and shapes and filigrees around. He's no longer wearing his cape, but just has a very nice trim tunic and pants, boots that come up high to the knees. And he turns as he hears all of you. I was expecting all of you. It's a pleasure to finally see you all again. Did you find it?
We found something.
I'm gonna step forward and hold up the horn. I'm gonna say we found this.
May I? And he holds his hand out to you to grab the instrument.
I'm not gonna hand it to him. I'm just gonna say what's gonna happen when I give it to you. What are you gonna do with it? How does it work?
Of course. Estrella, come in. Where is the rest of your party?
Well, apparently Kieran's downstairs having a party, and Yasin, he went to sleep. Grim, she's probably part of the drinking game downstairs.
And you watch Thanos like turn and listen for a second, and literally at this time, he can hear the crowd cheering, and they are cheering, Kieran, 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 as he's getting ready to start the drinking game. And Thanos can hear this, and the two of you can almost faintly hear it, as if it's like muffled, but not just muffled by walls, muffled by almost like water. It feels kind of watery as it comes through. He goes, excellent, I'm glad that he is enjoying himself, and Grim is not one to be reckoned with when it comes to drinking and so forth. Interesting. To answer your question, Estrella, it's simple. Each of these items that you bring back to me, I will absorb the part of myself that I left in them. Remember, this piece that I left is to help safeguard the realms, but that is no longer enough. I think that if I can reabsorb all 6 pieces that I left behind, I will be able to, in one final act, separate the realms forever. No longer have them as these conjoined twins, if you will, but fully rip them apart so that they exist alone. No more bleed overs and no chance of convergence. I think it's the only way that we can save them. Does that answer your question, Estella?
It does. I'm gonna hand it to him.
Thank you. I appreciate this. And he takes the horn and he goes, "Is this the only piece that you found? You would have gone for months. I suspected maybe you had traveled elsewhere."
It was a long few months. We ran into a lot more than we bargained for.
Faerun's a big place.
And technically, neither of you lied, so you do not have to roll deception on that. Nicely done.
Whew, I'm sweating.
Keep
And-
doing that.
Before I continue, Grim, is there anything specifically that you are doing, looking for, wanting to do in
I
your...
want to check Arcana on all the doodads.
Okay.
All the doodads.
Every single one.
Roll with advantage. Roll with
Roll
advantage.
for doodads.
Let's see what you find. Thaunis takes the horn, of course, and he looks it over and he goes, it is big. There are problems. Did you encounter the Blight Boar?
Yeah, that thing. Yeah, it was a doozy.
But you defeated it, yes.
Yeah.
Excellent. I fear that as the realms degrade, that infection would seep in, and this creature was a product of that. I'm glad that you were able to help the people of Phandalin.
Where the hell did that thing come from?
Believe it or not, at one time it was a normal boar. But
Oh,
corruption runs deep as these realms fall apart. I imagine in every realm you would encounter some sort of problem that is because of this, some incursion, some sort of degrading, some death and destruction. I'm glad you were able to help. It's good, since I no longer can. Thaunis takes the horn, and he goes, I wonder if any of you are wondering why this is a horn, and why it is you are looking for a musical instrument. Perhaps not, but I am something of a musician, if I do say so. No. And he kind of like wets his lips a little bit, puts the horn up to his lips, and blows very gently. And what you hear starts off as just like a whine, almost like a tinnitus, kind of a buzz in your ear, but then slowly grows and turns into an aria of music being played by just one horn. This amazing song that rises up and down, one of the most beautiful solos you had ever heard performed. And he doesn't move his fingers, nothing changes, he just blows. And as the last note hits, he pulls it away, and you see him bathed in black light. It swirls around him in ebbs of purple and shadow, and you watch it suck into him, and you notice that his ashen-colored skin that almost appears like a charcoaly color, starts to grow with a more vibrant hue. There's almost a purple tint to it now. His chest puffs out larger, stronger. He seems stronger than you've ever seen him before. And as he brings his arm down, you watch the instrument just sort of lose its luster a bit and become almost as gray as his skin was. And he puts it down on the table. And he goes, "It actually is a very lovely horn all by itself. It can produce amazing music. I was enchanted by the performer when I first met her, and I figured it would be a fair parting gift to leave a piece of myself in such a sacred object to protect the people of Tavern. Did you meet Tabitha by chance?"
No. I mean, there's a lot of Tabithas around.
Did you say no or gnome?
No? Gnome.
Oh, you said no. Oh, yeah.
I did say that.
Okay.
I did say
Like, are you going gnome?
No?
Yeah, yes. She's a gnome. Fiery red hair. A druid. Perhaps living in the woods.
Yeah. And it.
Oh, that's great. She was the one I entrusted the horn to. I figured she would live longer than most. There's something about her that was. Well, she's not an ordinary gnome. You know, there's her magic runs deep. How is she doing?
Shit.
She's doing great.
um,
That's what you need to say.
she,
Not me. I'm not talking.
I know. I'm trying to think of how to say this diplomatically.
She's no longer with us.
She was a huge help to us on our journey.
That that brings me great joy to hear that she was a very selfless woman, easy to well, yes, easy to like, I guess. She so she helped. I take it the horn was still in her possession, yes?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear it. The two of you seem very quiet, different.
Well, I've been told that I talk too much. Really, I've been holding it back, man. Like, whew, I wanted you to tell me more about these people and how, like, you're really good at that. Like, you're really good at playing instruments. I wonder how you feel with other ones, but I don't know. It's just,
I've dabbled in many instruments, of course, throughout my travels. I tend to be drawn to music.
Is that what we're looking for? All of what we're looking for? Instruments?
Yes, actually. There'll all be some sort of an instrument. I figured that you found the first one, it might be clear, you know, sort of the pattern. I love music, I have to admit. And I'm drawn to people who love music and who love life.
Who doesn't love music? I mean, come on. But yeah, that's why I was quiet. People tell me I talk too much.
No, that's fine. It's fine. I enjoy the talking. It's just I feel there's something you're not telling me. I can't.
Estrella's going to reveal her fucking zombie arm and be like, listen, I've got other things going on right now. There's a lot on my plate.
It's just gonna be like
that is
I'm multitasking for you. Can you help me with this? And then maybe I can find your stuff.
Ooh, that yeah. Ooh, that is one nasty curse, son of a wow. That is. Ooh, you really touched it, didn't you? And you just see him kind of studying and looking around your arm.
While he's looking at it, I want like a big old chunk of skin to fall off onto the floor.
You know it can, and it does. And that's not going to come out anytime soon. Because you see that the floor isn't just like a wooden floor; it's a very nice carpet.
Good.
Very just like a Persian rug kind of a thing. Super expensive, high thread count kind of a thing. And there's just this nice splat, right where this piece of necrotic flesh is. Grim, what is your roll on Arcana?
20.
Not
It
that?
was no, it was 18 plus 2.
Ooh, dirty 20. All right. So here's what you get as you kind of reach out through the room, and you're being very careful to not extend your senses towards Thaunis, but just towards his stuff. And with the 20, you can easily do that. You notice that there is one book in particular that feels well touched, as if Thaunis has come back to that book a lot and has spent a lot of time with it. His aura is just heavy on this particular book. And it is from where you are, so you're right by the door, in the shadows there. And there's plenty of candlelight to cast shadows pretty much everywhere. It is in the book closest to his desk by the window. That's going to put it about 10 feet from you to your left. Every other artifact in here is interesting. There is magical gizmos and doodads. You could grab any of them and feel like, oh, I got a crystal that might do a thing for me. But that book calls to you because it feels so much like Thaunis. You know that he has studied over this for hundreds of years. It's his favorite book.
I swear if it's Charlotte Web, I'm gonna kill someone.
Charlotte's Web.
It's not Charlotte's Web.
If I like try to steal it eventually and it's Charlotte's Web, I'm just gonna
I honestly don't like how close he's getting to Estrella because I know Grim's behind him, behind her. So, to act a little more nim, I'm gonna start wandering around the room.
Where are you gonna go?
You said there were like gems.
You're right. Yep.
I'm gonna walk over towards those.
If you would don't touch.
It's a pretty cool place you have here.
Yes, it
doesn't look a lot like the rest of the tavern.
No, it's very shui. It's my own place. It's this. Yes, please don't. Estrella, look. This curse. This is ancient. You know its origin, but you don't know its origin. This is because of the convergence. Like the boar that you faced, it shares commonalities with it. This sense of evil creeping in, of death where it should not be. Your village, they succumbed to this, did they not?
Yes. I'm just gonna nod my head. I'm just gonna nod my head.
I suspected as much. Look, I have nothing here that can help. But if you'll tell me what you need, I might be able to help you find it.
In the notebook I carry around, I'm gonna scratch the ingredients. I have the bag of I have a bag of crushed marigold, so I'll cross that out. But I'm gonna scratch the ingredients I need and rip it off and hand it to him.
The bluebell walnut flower, yes. That grows only in one realm that I am aware of. Only one that I've been to. It is in a galaxy far, far away, if you will. It grows on a planet called Nar Shaddaa. It is a prized flower. Not much grows there. But you will find it. If it is the final ingredient you need, you'll find it there. And he's looking over the ingredients. This is not a cure. It will only keep the phage at bay. I dare say that the only cure for this would be to separate the realms. That all of the curses plaguing them would be lifted. Your arm is dying. But if you finish the task, it could work. Shut up, Grim.
Don't listen to him. This is
Nim's gonna plop into like. I'm guessing he has one of those posh, cushy study chairs somewhere in here.
He does, right by the
Like,
desk.
cool. Is that where you're sending us next?
And
This
he
thing's
is
comfy.
he is really annoyed by how much you are touching things.
While she's touching things, I just want to add that the room is smelling really bad.
Oh yeah, no, Thomas knows. He's,
Okay.
He's in the know, Em. He's in the know.
Sweetheart, if you could wrap that again, I will go to my chair, to my desk, and
I'm gonna wrap it, but I'm gonna make sure a few more pieces fall off while I do it. Like kind of stick things back together.
I'm so sorry for
like a whole fingernail just kind of.
Oh boy, that oh my
At this point, Nim's sitting upside down in his chair, like feet up over the back of the chair.
Cool. So we will stop there. Questions? I want to answer your question, then we're gonna
I
go.
have a question. I was gonna say while you were freaking out because of the situation.
Yep.
Rightfully so. But is there any way I could whisper to Nim to grab the book without him hearing?
Sure, there's a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. But for this, I need you to make a straight stealth roll.
I am on the other side of the room.
Yep. So we're gonna see how stealthy you can be with your shadows. I'll let you do it with advantage since you do have your shadow abilities, but it's still gonna be stealth. So you go and roll, get that number, and we will come back to you.
Okay.
As we move down to the tavern and the drinking game.
There's a keg stand happening.
How this game is going to work. There will be a round of drinks for our Loxodon, Orc, and Genasi friend up here. As you down a drink, you have to make a Constitution saving throw. The better your throw, the better you've taken the drink. The worse your throw, the more you start to get woozy. Fail twice, and you are out of the game. Kieran, they were cheering your name, and in that moment, that's where Faunus started to get distracted as he was listening into what was going on with you downstairs. Now, I would like you to take your shot and give me a Constitution saving throw.
All right, Constitution saving throw. That is 16 plus 5, 21. Second.
21. You hear the crowd just, yeah, Kieran, Kieran, and you just take that, put it over on its end, and Zeroku looks at you like, okay, and look, it's all right, nice. I can, Toblin, come on, hit me. And Toblin puts this drink in front, and Zeroku's like, all right, let me show you how it's done, kid.
Before he grabs his drink, though,
Yep.
Kieran's gonna grab his drink, slide it over to him, so kind of sloshing it, like kind of like he's a little bit like messing with them.
Yep.
And he is actually going to use an artificer infusion of mind sharpener on Zeroku's drink.
Okay. What does that do?
That infusing it gives jolts to the wearer to refocus their mind. They have 4 charges
Okay.
to refocus their mind. So it basically gives them, when the wearer fails a Constitution saving throw, they can expend one of those charges to roll again and get a 1d4 plus.
Okay, cool. So Zeroku, as he grabs this drink and kind of looks at you, he feels this little like jolt, and he just very kind of gives you this side eye, like, okay. Downs his drink, turns it, puts it down, makes his con saving throw, which does fail, so he will roll again. He'll use that charge, and will succeed on it. And he just puts it on, and he goes, yeah! And of course, everyone starts cheering. the Loxodon, Bertha, grabs her drink and just, you see her just lift her trunk and just downs it and makes her throw. And her first one's a failure. And so you see this drink, it hits her hard, and she's like, ooh, that's the good stuff, Toblin. But I'm still in this. Kieran, it is up to you. Take another swig.
Zeroku and Norshella are the only two in this room that weren't shadows, right?
Correct.
Okay. Just keeping that in mind. I will flip Zeroku's cup and pass it to the bartender just kind of nonchalantly for a refill for him.
Yep.
And then I'll take mine and do the same thing just so it seems like a native thing so that we're using the same cups. So it kind of gives that thing so that he can use those charges.
Sounds good.
And then I'll get it filled and I'll take a swig.
All right, give me a con save.
Oh, 19 plus 5.
Dang, yeah, you're doing good. You don't even feel buzzed yet, man. You are in your zone, and the crowd is cheering. And Zeroku's like, all right, I can do this. And the two of you just start drinking. Now, we'll fast forward a bit because clearly the Loxodon is not going to win this fight. And after a few drinks, she just kind of like leans against the counter and just starts to, ooh, and just boom. And she's out. She is out cold.
Really, I expected her to last long.
Oh no, not against what Zeroku is able to do with this saving throw charge. So it's just the two of you left, head to head. Zeroku gives you a look like warrior to warrior. You're up to something, and he's looking to you to lead that. So it's your turn. What do you want to do?
I'm actually going to, this is a tricky one, but I'm going to place my dice on a nat 1 and take the fail.
Okay. As you do, you feel this drink immediately start to hit you, and you're woozy and wobbling around. And Zeroku notices that this is out of character. You've been doing great. And so he goes, whoa, hang on there, hang on. Hey, dude, we're not out of this yet. And he kind of holds you up and leans in close. And he goes, this isn't just a drinking game, is it? What's the plan? And he kind of like sways with you and like tries to catch you as you fall down the bar. And you guys are just below the bar for a couple of seconds.
I tell him, I need you to win.
All right. He picks you back up. He throws another drink, easily takes it down, uses his final charge to win that saving throw. The last drink is yours, Kieran.
I'll do the same technique. The reason why I wanted to fail was so that everybody could see me starting to get like woozy and actually drinking a fail.
Yep.
But this time what I'm going to do is my throat being all stone and corroded and everything kind of like messed up. I'm going to create a little channel in the stone so that it just drips down through into like an empty cell in my arm, my rock arm.
Save that for later.
So it basically is just selling the thing, and then I'm going to fake it as if it's like hitting me again.
Yep.
And I'll give him like a little nod.
Go ahead and roll deception. Let's see if the crowd believes you.
Holy crap. Deception, that is an 18 plus 1, 19.
That'll do it.
Jeez Louise, this dice is amazing.
And as you kind of sway and slump down at the bar, Zeroku catches you and kind of just gently helps you onto a chair as you fake passing out. And then just stands up and goes, yes! And the crowd cheers, and everyone's going, Zeroku! 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 And then he kind of looks at you and he goes, you know what? The drinks are still on Kieran. Let's take this party outside! And everybody is just enthralled with him right now. Zeroku is an avid performer. He's come from the arena. He knows how to work a crowd. And so he gets everybody to follow him outside. to parade as they're all drinking and being merry. And the only one left in the tavern is Norshella, who just kind of raises an eyebrow at you because she is the only one who knows that you lied. And then you. And no one else is in the tavern. Everyone has gone out.
I'll kind of like keep the play on until I get over to Norshella and be like, I assume you know what's going on here.
I know a couple of things. One, you're a good liar. Two, my husband and I should not be here.
Indeed. I'm gonna kind of like go back to what she said whenever we were in passing, and ask her what she meant about Thonis saying it's getting better, but she disagrees.
That discussion feels almost a lifetime ago. Look, the Thonis claims that this upheaval, this storm is needed, birth pains before the coming of what is supposed to be a good thing. I've been around dark magic long enough to know this feels wrong. But the fact that my memories and my husband's were altered bothers me. And I know for a fact anyone who would do something like that can't be good.
Kieran's like using the candle to burn one of the forks and is writing on the piece of paper. Everyone else in this bar, or in the tavern, is something that's not supposed to be here. And I just kind of show her, and then I wipe it away immediately.
She nods at you slowly. I imagine the same is true of our host.
So what would we propose as both of our friends, well, your husband and my friends are in very grave danger at the moment?
There are two things that are true. One, the realms are merging, so that's a problem. They can't survive that. Two, Thonis is lying. Our only course of action, as I see it, is to keep playing his game until we can see when to turn the tide. He needs us, all of us. I don't know why, but he ripped us from our home for a reason. My memories are still fuzzy. There's more I need to deal with. Perhaps a good night's meditation will help me refocus what I've lost, but don't trust him. Don't trust any of them.
The stone, the speaking stone, I'm gonna pass it to her.
She grabs it and goes, "It's been a while since I've seen one of these. A stone of fire speech. My husband and I used to have a pair along with our friends. That seems so long ago. We will stay in contact then. Your name is
Kieran.
Kieran Norshella. I feel I'm finally able to introduce who I really am to you." She puts the stone around her neck. Once my husband has dealt with them outside, I will tell him your plan, and we'll go from there. He's right. We have your back. Good luck.
Thank you. Having been through this timeline more than once, let's hope that this leads to a better end. And then Kieran gets up.
As we move upstairs, Grim, what was your role?
So no, it's not that bad. Okay. So I want to just try to get the book while using the shadows and possibly
You're probably closer than I am, honestly.
the
Okay, so you're gonna try and grab it.
Thaumaturgy.
Thaumaturgy.
Yeah, if need be. But I got a 19.
Okay. Okay. I want you to add 4 more points to that. That would make it a 23.
Mm-hmm.
Because the commotion that went on downstairs is now a third distraction for Thaunis as he hears everybody cheering out his window. He can see now Zoroku and the rest of the tavern, and he's like, "What? Oh, I see that Zoroku has won the drinking game. Fascinating. Could you don't touch my chair, Nim? Thank you, please. Could you?"
He's gonna flip out of his chair like backwards, and then
and
then go over to something that looks like it's very expensive and very like delicate.
And he's like looking out the window. He's got this smell in his nose, and he keeps looking back at the carpet. He's looking at Nim, who's turning to the side, and Thaunis is just he's had enough of you mere mortals. He just can't. Grim, in all of this commotion, you are able to keep to the shadows. Move around behind as Thaunis moves to follow Nim. You are in step, and for a moment you merge with his shadow, and out of his shadow into the shadow cast by the bookcase. Not even Nim and Estrella, who know you're there, can tell where you are. But a book scoots off the shelf and falls into shadow with you as you successfully steal whatever this prized possession of Thaunis's is. You have the book, and very carefully you are able to make your way back to your position by the door, and all you hear is Thaunis going, "Okay, I appreciate what all of you are doing. Thank you very much. You can all leave now. I need a minute to figure things out. I just..."
There's candles in here, right?
There are. Yes, there are.
Oh my god. Burn down the freaking tavern on accident.
It wouldn't be on accident. We need somewhere to sleep.
Is Grim back to like Estrella's shadow?
She is.
Oh.
You wouldn't know that.
No, I don't know that. I don't
But
know.
she is.
I'm gonna actually pick up one of the candles, like one of the
Probably
big
gonna have a heart attack.
that has like multiple wicks or something like that.
Oh,
I'm just
okay.
gonna be like,
Okay, Nim, why?
Why do you have so many candles?
Because I need to see.
You know what's really cool about candles? And
No, I
she's gonna
don't know.
tip it.
No, why are you doing this?
And she's gonna let the wax just like cover her hand.
You crazy ass! Give me that! And he just grabs it from you and he goes, "Okay."
Wait! And she's gonna let it harden, and then she's gonna try to like carefully slide it over her hand. And then like give it.
He's gonna put the candle on the shelf and look at you like, and he's gonna take the wax hand. He's gonna go,
Don't put it next to a candle though. It'll melt.
"Of course not. I will put this right here on my desk," and he
It
puts
could go with your collection.
right there.
Okay.
Yes, it is the arm of the craziest woman I have ever freaking met in my life. I love it. Could you please leave me?
Oh, if we ever stayed out, welcome.
Oh no, you could never do that.
Estrella's gonna grab Nim and just be like, "We should probably get some rest.
Yeah,
We should probably rest up." But as I like go to leave, I want to make sure I touch the door with my gross hand, and I touch the doorknob real good. And good night. We'll touch base in the morning so we can go.
I'm not gonna let you drag me. I'm gonna go out the window.
You're gonna He's not done.
We can just open the window and crawl out.
Yeah, pretty much. Is there anything like a balcony or anything underneath of it?
You're about to find out real fast. Go ahead.
Oh wait, hold on. That seems like there's a party outside. Hold on.
Go ahead and make an athletics or acrobatics check, whichever.
Is there anything right close to the window that I can just randomly grab?
You're gonna find out. Give me.
No. I mean like Thonis's stuff.
You want to steal something?
She's gonna be like, I'll be back with this.
I want to be like, oh, this will be useful, but even if it's not useful, like, I don't want something.
It's gonna be like a can opener. She's like, oh.
Yes.
So there is a
An
journal.
ancient can opener.
Journal.
There is a quill and ink that's there. Admittedly, it doesn't look like your average quill. It's not a feather on the top of it. It's some other creature.
Okay.
So there is a quill there. I won't tell you what creature it is. Depends on what you grab. There is your arm cast out of wax.
You steal it back immediately? It's mine,
No,
I'm
he
taking it.
keeps it there forever, man. It's there forever.
And then there is also a couple of there's a metallic box, almost like a small jewelry box that's there. And then a small metallic circular box, so there's a square one and a circular one that are kind of next to each other on the opposite
I'm gonna
side.
grab this circular one, and I'll be like, shiny things are gonna be real distracting for drunk people, and I'm just gonna run out the window.
Do you want him to know you took it or not?
Oh, I don't care if he knows. I'm gonna borrow this for a second. Just jump.
And he just has this like, ha. Make your roll.
Okay. Which one?
Whichever one's higher, athletics or acrobatics.
Acrobatics.
Acrobatics. Go and make an acrobatics check for me.
Oh, natural 20.
I hate you. Okay. So here's what happens. He, Thonis has made a quick sketch of the flower so that Estrella knows what she's looking for. And you can clearly, it's something that okay, cool, it's a flower, I get it. He folds it up and hands it to you.
When he hands it to me, I wanna grab it with my gross hand, and I want a gross lingering touch.
Touching him a little.
gonna
Thank
use
you,
it.
so nice.
Wait, is that a spell? Gross lingering touch?
I mean, got a good name.
It needs to be immediately as of
You
this
need to
moment
look
having
it
your
up.
arm.
Oh man, so
It is now.
So
It just literally creeps people out, but that's it.
as he does that and pulls away, and it's kind of like this like string attaches the two of you for a moment, just a little. And he's like,
Oh, like when you get a good mozzarella stick.
Yep. And he's just like, oh, I am so sorry. Oh. And right at that moment, he hears Nim saying, I'll bring this right back. And he turns and just sees her, whoop, just yeets herself out the window. And at that moment, walk out the door doing your sloppy thing on the door and the knob and just close it. Grim, you were first out. As soon as that door opened, Estrella could feel you brush by her and you're out. The two of you close the door and you are good. You see the tavern kind of whoop and come back to the hallway, and you two are okay. Grim, not Grim, sorry, Nim. There is nothing out there.
Cool.
But with a 20, what you notice, kind of at that point where you slip out and you have, oh shit. You take out your staff and just sort of shove it into the side of the building, and you just kind of ride down the wood, just kind of, and it does enough that you kind of catch the slope of the bottom, kind of whoop, and you land like you intended to do that.
Yes.
And if you look back up behind you at the tavern, there is a gouge now from Thonis's window about halfway down this 2-story building. Your staff slowed down your descent, and you're there with the rest of the party as they're chanting Zeroku's name and getting drunk. And Zeroku watches you come down, and he just nods and offers you a drink as you approach.
Make the drink. I'm gonna be able to sound as boisterous as everybody else and be like, "Hey, look, shiny!" Shiny.
Zeroku's gonna go shiny, and everybody's gonna go shiny, and they are floored.
And
These
then I'm
people
gonna
are
chuckle.
drunk.
Question, Chris.
Yes.
That kind of pulls back into the internal whenever they were all leaving. Did the alcohol and like the excitement and everything, did that have any effect on their physical forms or their like presence or anything? Any kind of
No, if
Okay.
if you were to check, they are still. As you look out there, you still get almost this flickering sense that it's a bunch of shadows around Zeroku and Norshella, and that's kind of what you see and feel. But as Grim and Estrella make their way down the stairs, Norshella is there, waiting for them, and she looks at the two of you, and you almost feel this mage sense between the three of you as she connects, and she goes, "I take it you don't trust him either, do you?" That's a good thing. The rest of your party has agreed that we need to do something about him. For now, bide your time. But when you're ready to strike, we have your back. And that is where we will end our night.
Oh boy.